Um, you guys remind me if I forget. I think I'm going to add on an element to the Louis Vuitton bag giveaway this month where you get an extra point for every working Zoom that you're on. Because I think people need an incentive to be on. And honestly, this is what has been growing my personal business the last couple months. So I feel like they need that. Okay, Kelly seems to like that. She gave me a thumbs up. Okay, good morning, Bridget. Good to see your face. All right, guys, we're going to get started right away. So remember the goal of this, I am recording. And I know that I've had a few people that said they have not been able to be on these because of the times. So the cool thing is you can watch this working Zoom, the recording anytime you want and follow along. And the goal is to show you accountability in a community format. So we're basically going to be going through like what we do as leaders for our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, our DMO, our daily action. We're going to break it down into time blocks. So first, I always start with birthday messages. So this is my format. Everybody's is a little bit different. We're going to start for the first 10 minutes of doing birthday messages. Good morning, Tony. So I'm going to share a little bit about how I do them. If you've been on my working Zoom before, get started. The timer is set for 10 minutes. You don't need to listen to me. But for those of you that are maybe watching along on this recording, or you've never done birthday messages before, or you want a more authentic way to yourself of doing them, I used to do them long time ago. You might see our old birthday messages that said something like, happy birthday, I want to be like Sephora and give you a gift for your birthday. Well, that doesn't feel authentic to me anymore. So we've changed it up, especially with the times and the things that are going on. So here's what I say now. So first of all, I go through all of my birthday messages for the day. And for me, generally, it can be anywhere from like 15 to 30 people. So the very first thing I'm doing is, do I know any of those people? Am I close friends with any of those people? If the answer is yes, I'm going to put a post up for them, happy birthday, tag them, send them a private message. Are they already thriving with me? Have they ever had a sample with me? Hopefully you have a way of organizing. And if you don't, start today so that you know those kind of things, right? If they've never sampled me before, or maybe they've sampled Thrive but never CBD skincare, then I'm going to start up a conversation with them, send them a private message that says, hey, I had to personally reach out to you today with everything going on during this unique time. I wanted to say happy birthday personally. I want to know, what are you doing today to have some joy and fun in your life? Okay, that's what I'm sending out right now. It feels authentic to me. That's my voice. So that's what I'm sending. I'll put it in the chat in just a second. Then I go through and I find all the people who I don't know. Like I don't even know that name. Okay, and then I look at their profile and I see, are they my ideal client? Are they somebody I would like to have as a customer or a promoter on my team? So I'll be totally honest with you guys. If they're a guy, I'm probably getting rid of them. I have a lot of men for some reason. From when I started in the very beginning, I was trying to get up to max friends. Now I'm at 5,000. I have to delete people every day. So I go to those men, I take them off if they're not friends of mine. Then I go through and I figure out who else I can get rid of. Then the people who I don't know who they are, I click their name, I look at their profile, I click message and see if we've ever messaged before. If we haven't, again, I'm using that same authentic message. But make sure that you also are posting on their wall, because people love to see how many people say happy birthday to them. It means a lot to them. It feels good. And then I'm sending them that private message. Hey, I had to personally reach out to you during this unique time and say happy birthday to you. What are you doing to bring some joy and happiness into your life today? I would love to know. And if I don't know how I know them, I ask. I'm not afraid to ask. I say, and this sounds a little weird, but I can't figure out how we became friends on Facebook. Do you know? All right. So by asking open-ended questions, they're more likely to respond back to you. Okay. Yesterday, I sent out 3 CBD skincares after doing birthday messages and 1 regular Thrive Experience sample. So it's a great way for you guys to get that. And you can see my whole process here. I just shared it. It's also on the team page on United We Thrive under the unit that's called Working Zooms. And I share my message there. So let's start. We got 7 minutes left. Hey guys, one other thing I forgot to mention is the people who I don't really know well and I send them a message, I actually write down who those people are. I put it on a Trello board. Maybe you have a spiral notebook, but I write it down. And on Saturday mornings, I go back and I look at that list. If they never responded to me, then I unfriend them because I really need more room. I'm at max. Maybe you're not, so it's not a big deal to you, but I like to have my ideal clients up on my friends wall or whatever. So that's a really great organization way that can help you. Okay, guys, the timer went off. I'm not finished. So, what I'd like to do for myself when I'm not finished with something and my timer goes off, I just write myself a note. So, we'll just come back to it at the end if you have time. Okay. So I've still got like 10 people left. All right. So the next 8 minutes, we're going to go to stories. Okay. I personally love to do stories on Facebook on my phone. Maybe for you, you want to do it, on your computer. That's fine. It's just that for me, I find it's easier to see everything through my phone. So you're going to go through the stories and you're going to comment on non-thriver stories. Then if you get done before the timer's over, go back, comment on people from your team or people from our overall team. Remember, stories, when you comment on somebody's story, it takes you right into their messenger. So you're immediately becoming friends with them. So try to think of open ended questions to ask or things to get a conversation rolling. Remember, it's a dopamine hit when somebody responds to you. So if anybody puts up a poll or a question, you want to make sure you always answer it for them. Okay. So let's go ahead and start that now. All right, guys. So we're done with stories. I don't know about you guys, but here's something I recognized is that 90% of my stories are Thrive people. So there's not a lot of other people on my news feed that are doing stories, which shows the opportunity for you to show up in other people's, right? Alexa said same for her. So I know on Instagram, a lot of people use stories, but on Facebook, not as many. So that shows you there's a huge opportunity for you to show up there. All right, guys, 10 minutes now. We're going to go to the news feed and comment. Make sure you have, if you do see first, make sure you are checking in with those people. I personally have a list that I keep inside of Trello, however you organize yourself, of my potential customers, my current new customers. I also have my samplers and my potential promoters. So that's who you want to go and comment on first. Look and see what posts they put up in the last day or two. Comment on it. Don't just drop a comment. Don't just hit like or a heart. Really engage, guys, because the more you show up in their community, the more their community notices you. And when they're ready to say, yes, I want to do a post because I want to get my Thrive for free, or yes, I want to be part of your community and join you in this business opportunity. Now their friends who are on their newsfeed are like, oh, I've seen that Blair girl before, or I've seen Melissa talk about Blair before, right? So it's already you're engaging in their community and starting to infiltrate into there. Because remember, it's not just who you know, it's who they know. So go to your newsfeed now. We're going to comment. We're going to ask some open-ended questions. We're going to engage. No, just yes, no, like, hearts. Let's get into actual engaging, commenting, asking questions, and engaging. All right. And we're going to set the timer right now for 10 minutes. I just want to remind you guys too, Facebook and Instagram are community platforms. So the more you interact, not only does it help your potentials to see you, but it also helps them to feel good and to know that you care. You're not just there to sell them something, but it's also going to help your algorithm. So it's a win-win. All right, timer set. Okay, guys, we got about 30 seconds. If you're already done, I want you to look at the screen right now and all the names that are here. I want you to find one person on this screen and go comment on something that they might have posted yesterday or if they've already posted this morning. Okay, so let's support each other. Everybody go find one person right now that's on the screen, and then we'll move on to the next thing. So we got 1 minute to find one person who's on the screen right now. All right, guys. So now it's our time that we're going to spend posting. Okay. So if you've already done your post for today, then go connect with people on your post from today or even from yesterday. But what we're going to do now is we're going to post for those of us who haven't yet. And then when you're done doing your post, I want you to go comment on others' posts and comment on people's comments from you from yesterday, but be authentic. Okay. So what I'm saying by that is if you're already done doing your post, for example, yesterday I did a live. So I'll go comment on other people's comments underneath my live and engage with them, ask questions, things like that. Okay. For today's post, remember we always have this social media plan on our team page. So for Wednesdays, we have a couple different ideas. We have, or wait a minute, today's Tuesday. No, today is Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is, people. All right, Wednesday. Here's a great one. How about this? My health means blank to me, or health means blank. That's always a great one to have people fill in because then you can really get like dived into what matters to them. You could also do a Win It Wednesday where you do a fun giveaway for a prize. So like the prize could be an antioxidant, pack or something like that. And you do some kind of Win It Wednesday. So you'd ask some kind of question, right? Drop your favorite smoothie recipe to win an antioxidant, pack from me. I'm trying to get some new smoothie recipes, things like that. Something that will get people engaging with you. Another great Wednesday post is the one that I did this morning. Is Why Not Wednesday. So you could share a fan page story. You could share your own personal story. I actually did mine more about the business and about becoming a millionaire in this business. And the reason is because last night we did that interview, Beth and I, inside of Wi-Fi Wealth. And so I want to see who comments underneath my post today that I can go in and tag them, invite them into the group and tag them underneath that video from yesterday. Another great Wednesday is Wellness Wednesday. Share a health and wellness tip for people, right? Because you want people to look at you as one of those people, a health and wellness, not expert. You don't have to be an expert, but somebody who cares about health and wellness, right? So those are some different ideas for your Wednesday post. Go post. Once you're done, go interact on your post from yesterday with people. And if you still have time before the 8 minutes is up, go comment on somebody right here that you see that's on this live working Zoom today. Go comment on theirs for them. Timer set. Guys, if you haven't had a lot of comments on your posts lately, then do something that's not not really about you and it's more about others and getting them to comment. Like I did this stupid thing about my bed last night and I have 79 comments. Okay. All I said was like, oh, I love to get into a bed at night that's made, but I'm not ever the one that makes it. My cleaning lady does it. And like, what about you? I have 79 comments. Okay. But I did like what I think was an amazing live yesterday and only have 30 comments. So, if you need some engagement, get the engagement. So think about that too. What do you need today on your newsfeed?
I did a post if anyone needs ideas. It got decent engagement. It had like 35 comments, and it was just like the dreaded quarantine 15, true or false. And then when people said true, I was following up with them and being like, I got you covered. Like I have something for you to try to get them samples. So if you want to do something around the quarantine 15, and some people even put like quarantine 20 or, more like 19, like for COVID-19. So if you want to use that idea.
Thank you, Kristen. Guys, I hope you guys keep a Trello board or a piece of paper or however you keep yourself organized with potential posts that could work for you. Like I'm putting that in my potential posts right now. Okay, guys, the timer is about to go off. So, really quick, what we're not doing today is stories, but I want to remind you that stories are a really important way. Remember, we talked earlier about how on mine, and a lot of you guys said same thing for you. It's a lot of Thrive people on mine, but not a lot of other people. So, make sure you're utilizing your stories and try to think of what you want to do today. Maybe you want to share, inside of your stories about the business, or you want to share so that you can push them to watch the video from last night in Wi Fi well. Maybe you want to do a story on the Thrive experience. Maybe you want to do a wellness tip for the day. Make sure that you also remember that your stories are your reality show and people want to see what's going on behind the scenes. All right. So make it fun and make it about you, make it authentic. Really quick, also, last thing is inside of your cloud office. Hopefully, you guys noticed, but Lavelle put up a whole zip file of stories on the product and stories on the business. So go check that out if you haven't yet and make sure your team knows about it. Okay. We put up a post on the team page, but a lot of times people see it like I did. I even downloaded it and I still haven't looked at it. So make sure you go back and look at it. Okay. We're going to spend the last, what we have 15 minutes going into groups. So I would actually suggest I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes and then another 10 minutes. You're welcome to stay 5 minutes extra with me. We're going to go into some Facebook groups. So I hope that you have a minimum of 2 Facebook groups that you found that are good for you. And if you haven't, that's okay. It's kind of a play around, get to know kind of thing. It took me weeks to find the right groups for me. And I actually just changed them up a little bit because I just started Weight Watchers again about a week ago. And so I'm into some of those groups now and I'm trying to engage. So we're going to set the timer for 10 minutes. You're going to get into the group and you're going to pick something that you're going to either, however you guys do this. If you don't already have a format, try this Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Make that your days that you post in those groups. Maybe Monday's an engagement. Maybe Wednesday's a tip, okay, or an article or something of value. And maybe Friday's a funny Friday meme or funny video or something like that, okay? And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you're only going in there and commenting on other people's posts. I also make every day a 2 minimum in each group. That means 2 people that I'm going to engage with and send them a private message. Okay, I friend request and send them a private message. I write down their names. If they don't respond within a couple days, then I unfriend them because I need that room for somebody else. But at least if you friend them, they'll see the friend request came in and then they'll also see the message. So it doesn't just go the other folder and they never see it. A lot of people don't ever check that other folder. Okay. So go in there, be authentic. Really quick, I'll share with you my wording. Let's say that I hop into the group and I noticed that a girl put up a really great recipe. This happened to me already this morning, a really great recipe for a sweet tooth inside of one of the Weight Watchers groups. So I sent her a private message and said, Suzanne, thank you so much for that fruit dip. It looks delicious and I cannot wait to try it. I actually am so thankful that my sweet tooth is gone and I haven't had to worry about that over the last, couple years. I'd love to tell you how if you're interested. That's one way, or you can just get to know them. Like, hey, Suzanne, it was so great to see your post. Thank you so much for doing that. I thought I definitely want to be friends with you because you and I are on the same path right now and I need some friends to support. Okay, so things like that. Just make it you. Kristen, that just made me giggle. Her husband just went to grab something out of the fridge and he didn't have a shirt on. I was like, what was that?
Yeah, I didn't want you guys to get all hot and bothered this morning, so I had
And I
to,
would tell him, be like,
censor.
woo, that was exciting.
His face will turn all red.
All right, that's your timer. So now go to the second group that you're in and put a post if you're doing a post today. Start commenting on other people's and find 2 people that you can send a private message to. We're going to go over. You're welcome to stay. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes, but if you need to go, I totally understand. Don't forget, you get an extra entry point for the Louis Vuitton giveaway for being on this working Zoom. I'm putting up a post right after this letting everybody know on the team. But for now on, every working Zoom that you're on in the month of August, you get an extra point towards your entries for the Louis Vuitton bag. Beth Bullish, you're going to have a lot of points.
It just fits perfectly in my schedule and gets me focused.